Hi guys, my name is Mark and I am the most loved, glorious reviewer in the world, and today we're talking about the Model O Pro. Let's go. Now some people in the glorious headquarters ask themselves, who is he? I'm Mark. I'm from Germany and I'm doing some funny and very deep tech reviews about mice, mousepads and other stuff. And today the topic is the new Model O Pro Wireless in the color Blue Lynx. At first we just look a little back to the first drop of the Model O with a cable in Q1 2019. They started at $49.99 US, and the mice was roughly 69 gram. It was known as, this one is the wireless by the way, it was known as shape clone of basically a final mouse, or a final mouse rebuild, or however you want to call it, for cheap, because the demand was high, and they also had honeycomb design already. The sides were closed on the one with the cable, on this one not. They managed to find a good OEM ODM supplier who served them with like good products. They always had some quality issues. They always fix this with just sending you a new product. That's how they do it. And today we just talk about the newest version. I had or have a lot of glorious mice here. I only reviewed a few because most of them were already disappointing when I put them out or had it in hand, that I lost the patience to review them. One of them, for example, was the Model O minus wireless, which was so small and so heavy that I thought, it's like, who the fuck ever will buy this? But today I saw some, in the last days I saw some tweets about the new Model O Pro, and I thought, okay, looks interesting, has no holes, is light, seems to be a big one, and just give Glorious another try, I thought. So I just bought this, and before we come to everything, the packaging and stuff, you see like this one here, the hammer with the flame. That means basically it's Glorious forged. No, it's not made in VOV in the big ring by some drawers or whatever. It's just made with an old thing, or with a thing they already have done. It's basically crowdfunded. What they're doing, they have like a Glorious forged part on their page, which is where you have or can set a filter, where they show products and check the interest of the community or people who want to buy more Glorious products. And then after the interest check is positive, they open like a group buy, which is like 6 to 9 months upfront, so 6 to 9 months before the product will be released. And then they produce it. And they give you a lot of information about the product upfront, what it is, what they try to achieve. I think it's hard to guarantee something in this phase when it's planned, but basically they just share the data they have from their suppliers with you and ask you if you want to fund this shit. That's basically it. Yeah, everybody can do this. Some people tried already, others not. In my opinion, for a company like Glorious, which is like on the market for like 4 or 5 years, and in my opinion, because of they are selling worldwide, is a potent company with a good cash flow. Well, I believe they have a good cash flow. I can't prove it. I ask myself why they do stuff like this. Okay, it lowers the risk to get bankrupt, but is this the right way? It's okay to check interest of the community, but then let them pay up front already for development and everything. The development is not that expensive, because when you watch people like Lethal Gaming who make their own mice totally alone, why a big company like Glorious can't do this? I don't understand it. But yeah, back in the days, they also got a lot of flame for products like their pets, which they just bought at Asus OEM, for example, which still have the Asus inlays and whatever. We just put everything by side. Asus Forge is crowdfunding in general. My problem is right now there is no interest check or group buy open, so I can't check if the products are cheaper in the group buy. If you notice, please write down in the comments. I will mark this comment. because I want to clear this out. Basically, the Glorious Forge site is then the overview of the products who got developed and produced by this scheme or by this way they decided to do. And then you can just click them, like the Model D Pro is in production right now, the Series 1 Pro is in production right now, which is like a smaller and newer shape of the Model O. And then the O Pro is already completed, and then here the next mouse is the O2, so the next version of this, also with the new sensor. I already have leaked pictures, but I can't show you because then I would disclosure my source. But I can tell you already, I have the whole bottom side, and the bottom side will have holes again, for example, and they have a newer bump sensor in there then later. And on the side here of Forge there, you can see there's one more mouse and one more keyboard coming up. But for now, they have like the Model O Pro, the D Pro, and the 1 Pro. That's 3 mice, and you will ask yourself now, but are they good way? At first, let's talk about the box. Box is a pretty normal one. You have like all certificates you need to sell all over the world. This one looks like, United Arabs, the Arab states have their own one, for example. So this also shows that they sell all over the world, and they just do a normal box with a plastic top inlay, nothing in there, which basically lays like this and on the box. So you have those 2 plastic things here in the box. You have the mouse, that's good. Then you have the dongle. Now some of you already say, but isn't the dongle the pulsar dongle? It is, or it looks like. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's from the same factory. Maybe it's not. Maybe I don't know, but could be possible. Then you have those 20-cent USB-C cable, which is proprietary, same as the dongle, by the way, because it has like this little horns here, and you just can put them in one way into the translator for your dongle. Yeah, that's it. I think for the money I pay, which I come later to, this cable is just a fucking joke. Besides this, you get a lot more. Okay, you basically get nothing because this is not a magic cylinder. You get silica. You get a forge sticker, another forge sticker. You get, I think it's another sticker for your mouse. Then you get these forged thing when you were a participant on the campaign. Patronage is the virtue, blah blah. Sharing is caring. Okay, and then you get the Model O paper, the normal one. That's it. No grips, no extra glides, no glass gates, no ceramic gates, no sapphire gates, no extra PTFEs, no carry bag, nothing. No sleeve, no stand-up dongle, nothing. In the States, it's $99.90. For everyone else, for us in Europe, it's €119 on Max Gaming and on Case King. And I can tell you, that's kind of disappointing. Because when it comes to the product itself, the specs just on the paper are just a fucking joke for the price. But I want to start with the good things. I start with the good things. The good things. I now use something that's called Elo Shape, guys. I open Elo Shapes now for you. The good thing is, by size, sensor positioning, and weight, this is a mouse which is a little bit bigger and has more volume than, wrong to compare, than a G Pro. It's longer than a G Pro. It has a wider back than a G Pro. And in general, it's lower and it has a more useful hump. On the first impression, when you put it out of the box, you think, what kind of fucking cheap plastic trash is it? You just put it on the desk then, and then you feel like, okay, feels very good. Why it feels very good is because it's a little bit longer than the G Pro, has more curves. So these curves here give you a very good feeling for the placement of all of your fingers. And then there's another point which they worked on and which feels very good. It's the coating itself. I can't say if that the coating will last long or how long it lasts. I have no clue because I never saw this coating before. And but I can say for this coating, or it's one of the most rough or one of the roughest coatings I've ever used or ever seen, and it just feels grippy without being sticky or getting oily or something like that. It feels like frosted or just roughened. It's pretty good. I don't know if they blasted, maybe sandblasted us or whatever they have done. I have no clue, but feels good in general. One thing I saw in the German video already when I put it into light, you can see on the front clicks the position where the plastic is connected to the front click for the stamp, which is pressing the Mylar on the click below. You can hold it into the light and then you see those the rectangles, so the squares where the plastic is connected with the top plastic, so with the click. It's pretty funny. You can see it on both sides. It's exactly on the same place, which means for me, which indicates that the plastic is very thin also, and it's heat treated. But besides this, it feels very good. And another thing is like I have 19.5 centimeter long hand to a width of I think 11 centimeters, and my cameraman has like roughly 21 centimeter long hands, and we played Overwatch with it. And I have to say, just by how it feels when you play it, it's a very good feeling. I played it like this, like always, kind of finger tipping it. And the huge size, when you see it on Elo shape and compare it with the GPX and with the glorious O- wireless, is one of the, or is basically for me the only advantage of this product. It's a good shape because it feels good when you grip it, because the forms or the curves are good and they are better and improved compared, in my opinion, compared to the old Model O. It's only slightly, but you see it, for example, on the front clicks that they changed them a little bit. It's a little bit different, but these little changes make the shape way more enjoyable, and it was like a good feeling. The sensor positioning is, when you compare it, like a little bit more in the front. It's like only a millimeter or 2 millimeters compared to the old one, but if you compare it with the length of the G Pro, it's more in front here than on the G Pro. And the A shape, so the shape that it looks like a A, so it's thinner in the front than in the back, gives you on bigger mice a better feeling for like those aim dotting, aim spotting, when you, for example, track something and want to centralize or go for the head or for head aiming, for critical aiming. It was very easy to do this with this mouse, to be honest. One of the reasons is the length, because the more stability you have on this X, the better you can aim or go for a head. But it will make you, or you will have harder times to make micro corrections on every X, so on any angles. But in general, the shape and the weight is very good. It's very good made. If this would be, 50 or 45 grams or whatever, would be insane. But as I said already, with the clicks, there are a lot of downsides, and I want to talk about the downsides more now. Third thing is you have to upgrade everything, the firmware, directly when you get the product. You need 2 USB-C cables for sure, because the dongle and the mice needs to be connected at the same time whilst you're upgrading. Then we just come to the product itself. We just started with the clicks. The clicks are K8.0s. They are not pre-sorted or something special or whatever, they're just K8Os. Then I have to say, if I compare it for how they click, For example, with the Aria for me has one of the best implemented K8.0 clicks I've played so far. They don't feel very good. Another problem is that the travel in general of the main clicks, pre and post travel, side travel, everything makes it feeling very mushy. It's not a real, it's like, it doesn't give you real good feeling while you're clicking. Okay, you can click it and it's cool while it's tracking because the grooves here give you a good position, a good placement. But another thing you see and feel is how the clicks are composed, or not composed, how they are designed, technically designed. Because when you, for example, press like here is nothing. Now here it clicks, because you see the front is not even moving, but it still clicks. It's like you need to find yourself the sweet spot for your finger to the position where you click. And I know people playing like this here, you will get a lot of problems clicking fast, because here, this is the point where it starts to give you a real good response. Here, on the end, you feel nothing. And the other point is, when I just see that this product costs 119 US dollar, 119 euro, 99 US dollar, which is way different in my opinion. I see this mouse wheel. It feels okay, tactile with this rubber, but then you have like, it's a SMD click, it's not even a switch. Then you have the DPI button you don't need, with the DPI indication of 4 different DPI sets on the bottom. I don't know, man. Why? What's the reason? And then here between this, I spread the cheeks for you guys. Here is the indicator for the battery and for the status. Here in between, a little LD. Why I need it? Can I also indicate it down here? Can it be, or can't it be a multiple or a multi-indicator? I don't know. Pretty weird for me. And then the side clicks, which are looking very small. It's good. I like it when they are smaller and not so huge and coming out of the shape or out of the shell. They're looking, or they feel like they're good implemented into the shell, pretty much. Have a good feeling. I never pressed them accidentally, to be honest, but it's SMD click also, like those small SMD buttons, like those silent SMDs. You maybe know them. I don't know. It's a 120 euro product, as I said. For me, as I said, the shape, the size, and the weight is the only good point, besides the coating, which I don't know if it lasts long or not. The rest is like just not in this league of 120 euro mice. When you put the mice on the desk, as I said, it feels very good. Was nice aim, everything was nice. The sensor they use is still the bump sensor. It's like still the 3370 pixel sensor. I have no clue. You can buy an Aria for less than 90 euro and you get a 3395 sensor already. I have no idea what's up with them. Also, of course, it's only 1000 hertz. There are no options with dongles or whatever. Another thing is like they never changed the skate design, which is okay for me, because you can still use, if you want, your old ceramic skates. But we only played them some hours, and you already have like the Walhaut under your skates here everywhere, just scratched up or kind of collected the pad already in there. But in general, they feel smooth. The arcers could be more or made better, then the skates would be way better and not so scratchy for the first point. But the skate design is enjoyable for me. It's one of my favorite skate designs, but how the skates are made is just bad, to be honest. We don't have a sensor ring skate. The bottom plate looks very solid. Also sounds and feels like the plastic here on the bottom is way thicker than everywhere else. Rest sound is mediocre. Besides this, I made a latency test for you guys. And that's another disappointing thing here. I need to open it. I have a new, or I had to set up my PC new to play Overwatch because I used a custom OS which had no game bar, so don't had it, or I were not able to play Overwatch with it because I don't have a game bar on it. And then I installed the Kirby OS version 11 of Windows 11, and I did not measure a new mice on it already, but now I did. I measured the GPX as the king of the crown. You all know it. It's fast. It's cheap. You can get it for sometimes for below 100 euro, and everything knows it's fucking fast because it's good made. And then I measured the Pro. I have to say the Windows 11 is a little bit faster than my old Windows 10 system. I did not overclock anything. Everything is stock 3090 Ti, 5800X 3D processor, nothing stock, nothing overclocked, no whatever, just normal settings. No G-Sync activated, 360 Hz QNR Asus monitor with the normal overdrive. And I can say this one is 7.33 milliseconds now. The standard deviation is 1.81 milliseconds. And this guy here is 11.58 milliseconds with a standard deviation of 1.91 milliseconds, which is like over 1.5 milliseconds slower than the normal models around 90 to 100 euro right now. And also is like even on the fastest click I've ever made out of 2 times the 100 measurements. I measured 1 time 100 clicks and I was like, okay, it's a little bit bad. I measure again. I checked everything and then it was the same numbers again. You have to imagine this one, even with the best or the fastest measured click, is slower than the GPX with the slowest measured click. So with the one click which gave the standard deviation the highest amount, and that's pretty awful to be honest, because what happened over there? They only do the plastic and then they still use their old software. What's up? Why there's no software development? And nowadays or newer days, people understand or start to understand how important the code and the software will be and is, and how important it is to get opportunities and options to have more hertz, for example. And this thing here, the Model O Pro, is just outdated, guys. Please save your money. I know the shape is good, or because I feel it's good. The weight is good for the size, but the rest is awful and the price is a scam, guys. If you share my opinion or not, I don't care, to be honest. If you want to say something about the video, put it down in the comments below. For the rest of the audit, I have to say thank you for watching and see you in the next video, guys. Bye-bye.